Hello, my name is Tim Behrens, and my social security number is...
Don't give out social.
My website is jesusandtim.org. jesusandtim.org. I do a radio program here out of Las Vegas every Saturday afternoon for 26 minutes, and you can hear that by clicking on Archive and Schedule. And my job for the last 7 years is to get out gospel tracts on the strip. I hand out 300. I try to hand out 300 a day. I just passed the 500,000 mark here a couple of months ago, and I look at this situation with Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman as a tremendous opportunity to get into the hood. And this is the tract that I'm handing out today with 3 children, and they're going to go in with me. It's called Oops. And if you'd like to read it, go to www.chick.com. And for those of you who are familiar with Chick tracts, this is the black version of Somebody Goofed. And my friend Bobby and I, he's been out of jail for 3 months. We went into the hood the other night, had about 200 copies of What's Up. That's another track he has. That's the black version of Hi There that Jack Chick has put out. And we handed out about, 150, because we went into this club. And I started walking by the doorman, and he said, "Wait, you can't go in." I said, "Well, can I hand these out?" "No, you can put them here by the door." And I said, "You're not going to throw them away, are you?" He said, "No." So we had a great response, and I would encourage everybody, if Al Sharpton comes to your town with one of those rallies, you need to get out there and get some of these tracts, because our job as Christians is not so much to get involved in politics. Jesus said to go into the world and preach the gospel to every creature. And he also said, and I don't hear this verse preached too much from the pulpit these days, 1 John 4:20, if any man says he loves God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For how can he love God whom he hath not seen, and hate his brother whom he hath seen? If you love Jesus, you're going to be sharing the gospel. Years ago, when I was in the Air Force, in my stupid days. I mean, I liked the Air Force. I did eat grits for 2 years thinking it was cream of wheat. But my best friends were blacks and Jews, and because they had senses of humor. And I'm not saying all white people don't have a sense of humor, but I would eat with these guys. And well, this was 67, 68, and our city started to burn. And I had another friend who said the problem is the Jews and the blacks. And we need to get rid of the Jews and send the blacks back to Africa. And so I started getting this stuff from the American Nazi Party, still eating with my Jewish and black friends. I still remember when George Lincoln Rockwell was killed, and my black friend says, upset because Rockwell was killed today, Tim? Well, my first reaction was those dirty Jews, and then I found out he was killed by John Patler, a cartoonist for the Stormtrooper magazine. Well, I continued to believe this garbage, and when I got out of the service, I was talking to my father one day. He was a Baptist preacher. He's home with the Lord now, about how the Jews control this and the Jews control that. And he listened very patiently. And when I was through, he said, "Tim, a person cannot be a Christian and hate the Jews." I said, "How come?" He says, "Jesus was Jewish." It never dawned on me. Well then, as Gert Bahani used to say, I began to look down on people who look down on people. So much so that when we were in St. Louis, doing Mornings with Tim and Al on the old KXOK, KJSL, we were doing an interview with Pat Buchanan. And I told Pat, I said, "I agree with a lot of what you say, but I don't agree with what your stand is on Israel." He said, "Oh, really?" A guy calls up, and he says, "Tim, I think you love Israel more than you love the United States." He said, "If we were in a war with Israel, who would you side with?" I thought, what a great question. I told him I'd side with Israel. He said, "See, that's what I'm talking about." I said, "Sir, the Bible says in Zechariah 12:3, the whole world will come against Israel and God will side with Israel. Now, whose side would you want to be on?" And so there's no room for prejudice. And I would encourage you, if Al Sharpton comes to your town, get these tracts. Oops. There's another one called What's Up? What a Deal is another one. Soul Sisters. And get to those crowds. We will be there. I hope and pray Al Sharpton comes to Las Vegas. But go to www.chick.com and get this in the hands of your friends. Okay? Thank you so much. God bless you.